Hello, Jordan. My name is Sean Everett. I am the website analysis expert over at Zucore Marketing. Thank you so much for talking with Eric. He sent your website over to me for analysis, so I won't waste another second. Here we go. First off, you have a beautiful website. You clearly spent, and it was money well spent. And the nice thing about a beautiful website is that when somebody gets here, they are going to want to explore. They're going to want to look at all of the links you have and actually learn about what it is that you are selling. So that is great. The issue is getting somebody here. And I can tell you that your website is slightly underperforming in the Utah area here. So now I know that you also have locations in Montana and Idaho. But for the purpose of this, and since your corporate office is in Sandy, I'm just going to call you Utah Roofers for now. But the point is the same. You will see what I'm talking about. Now, the first thing I do after looking at your site is I use this paid tool I have called Ahrefs. You can see I put in the roofing center there, and it gives me the metrics of your site and how it's been performing over the last couple months. Now, the next thing I do is a regular old Google search for Utah Roofers. And as you can see, there's a fair number of them. All of these little red dots are a roofer. But at the very top of a Google search is what we call the map pack. Now, the map pack are folks who got here because they did something that the other folks down here did not do or did not do as well. And that is fill out a Google business profile. Now, the Google business profile is like a Facebook profile. And it asks you what year you started your business, what your actual hours are on a daily basis, and it also asks that you own the website. It asks you to prove that, and that is not a hard thing to do. So that is how people got here into the map pack. But the Google algorithm is responsible for the placement of everything else in a Google search, including this actually, but mostly below here in what we call the organic search results. Now, the organic search results in the Google algorithm are important to understand because they determine whether or not you're near the top of a Google search. And there is an actual monetary value to being at the top of a Google search. Now, I can show you what that value is once we get further into it. But the first thing to know is that the Google algorithm is only looking for a couple of things. And one of them is content. Now, for the purpose of this analysis, I'm going to take Amcor Roof as your Google competitor. We'll call them that. Now, this is their website, and I'm going to show you why I'm showing you that. Here is your website again. I'm going to copy and paste all of your website into this word counter here. And you have 752 words. That's pretty good. Now I'm going to show you their website. We're going to do the same thing, copy and paste into this word counter. Here we go. And they have 1,172 words. Now, an algorithm is at its core just a mathematical construct. So what it is looking for is more. More is better to an algorithm. And so as you can see, they sort of win in this little contest that Google has set up. But I can also tell you that they don't win in the respect that Google actually wants 1,500 words on your home page. Now, 1,500 words is the minimum amount of words that Google thinks is necessary to educate one of their Google search customers in whatever it is that they're searching for, whether it be something that is for educational purposes or whether it be for a business. They want whatever site that they send their customers to have at least 1,500 words. Now, these folks don't have 1,500, but that doesn't eliminate them. It just makes them up near the top. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is that all words are not equal. And that is right here, your keywords. Keywords are the words that Google expects you to have on your site. They are words that are taken from a variety of sources, but mostly all of the sites that come up when somebody does, say, this search on a Google search. They use all of the sites that come up from that. They strip out all the words, and then they determine what word should be a keyword in a site because they don't want to have somebody search for a roof company in Utah and end up being a dairy in Georgia. So they have what they have expected keywords. Now, these keywords you have 478 of, but your competitor has 2,700 of them. Now I'm going to show you what their keywords are, and there's going to be a lot of overlap, and I'm going to show you why. Now, some of the overlap, like this says, say, Salt Lake City Roofing, and then this says Roof Ridge Vent. See, this is actually stuff from your industry. I have never said the words roof, ridge, vent together in one sentence in my life. Today is the first day. So that is something from your industry. Now, they will also have roofing companies, Salt Lake City. They will have roofing contractors, Salt Lake City. But they will also have company and contractor because the algorithm does not know our language. It does not know singular and plural. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is show you this because all Google searches are word-based. I'm going to look for the word best on your website. You have 2 to 6. You have best possible content, product, best priced, best service, best of all as a second generation. Let's see, what else do we have? Well, that's it. But what they don't see is that you are the best Utah roofing company. And that is important because if somebody ever types in, I want the best roofer in Salt Lake City or the best roofer in Utah, and you don't have that you are the best roofer or roofing company in Salt Lake City or Utah, then you're not going to come up on a roofing search, because essentially what Google is doing is matching websites with what people type into a search. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is backlinks. Backlinks are important because they are other sites that have you listed on them. For instance, Yelp might be one, where if you go and claim your profile, then you can put your website on there, and that will give you a backlink to your site. Now, you have 261, and they have 2,400. This is Amco Roof again. And the reason that's important is because Google thinks that the more people that talk about you, the more important you must be. That's essentially what it comes down to. So you have to meet or beat your competitors' backlinks. That's what it comes down to, essentially. And the Google looks at it this way. If there are a lot of links that refer to your site, then that must mean your site is worthwhile to go to. And that's why they want their customers to go there too. So let me show you what their backlinks are. They have Homestead.com, Expertise, Yellow Pages, Dunster and Bradley. Let's see, Super Pages, This Old House, and so on and so on. Today's Homeowner. A bunch of sites that you probably recognize or that other people know how to get a roofer from. And you want those sites to be highly rated. Right here you can see the domain rating. That shows the strength of a domain's backlink profile. Now, that backlink profile is just what I was talking to you about now. The more sites that refer to these sites means the more important they are. The more people go there for actual reference. The more people go there to learn. So you want sites that are highly rated. You want from the 70s to the 90s. You don't need to bother with the ones down here in the 40s, the similars.net. Nobody goes there to find their roofers in Utah. So that being the case, here is what it comes down to. Your 478 and 261 meant that you had 114 visitors to your site last month. That's down 8 from the month before. That's your traffic for your site. Here is what your competitor had. They had, if I can get them to come up, 2,200 visitors. Now, obviously, not all 2,200 are going to be a request for an estimate, but the likelihood is more that they are. 2,200 versus 114. And that's what the value of being high up on a Google search is. Now, you can do that by doing those 3 things that I told you about. 1, the Google Business Profile. 2, the better keywords. And 3, the better backlinks. Now, I think that you would probably rather spend more time doing beautiful roofing in your family business as you do here. But if you would rather dig around in the belly of your website, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, I think this might be an opportunity for you to call Eric, because he can certainly help you get better standings in the Google search. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I've been helpful, and you have a great rest of your day.